Hi, fourth graders. Today we're going to talk about classifying triangles. Here's some great news about classifying triangles. You already know a lot of the information you're going to need to help you with this skill. So let's get started. Remember before spring break, you were working on all kinds of lines and angles? Well, I want you to look at this special one. Do you remember what this kind of angle is called? That's exactly right. This is a right angle. And we know it's a right angle because it's always identified by making the little square where those two lines intersect and those perpendicular lines form a right angle. And a right angle is 90 degrees. So guess what? What if I were to tell you there's such thing as a right triangle? If I said we have something that is called a right triangle, what do you think a right triangle is going to have? Well, exactly right, guys. Perfect. It's going to have a right angle in it. So a right triangle, it's going to have that right angle labeled, but a right triangle has one right angle. And remember, a right angle is 90 degrees. So let me change my color here. So here's what's important. A right triangle has one right angle. And you know that it's not too difficult because you already know what a right angle is. So think about a right angle and how it relates to a right triangle. Well, you know that one, so let's do another one. What if I told you, think back when you talked about this kind of angle. Do you remember what this is? What if I told you this was 45 degrees? Oh, you remember, it's called an acute angle. And it's an acute angle because it is less than what? That's right. It is less than 90 degrees. So I want you to think about this. If we know an acute angle is less than 90 degrees, like for instance, I showed you this one, we're going to pretend it's 45 degrees. What do you think an acute triangle would look like? Think about that for a minute. Let me make that a little neater. An acute triangle. That's exactly right. You realize that it's going to have what in it to be an acute triangle? Right, the angles are going to have to be what? Acute, exactly. So, all my angles would be less than what? Less than 90. So it has all acute angles. Not too hard, really. If you think about it, you know what an acute angle is. Now you know what an acute triangle is. It has all acute angles, and remember, those angles are what? Less than 90 degrees. Great job. So we just have one more I want to look at. What do you think it is? Great guess. Well, you know, we have angles that are big and greater than 90 degrees. So let's say that one is 109 degrees. Well, this is going to be a what? You remember, great, an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is greater than what? Yes, it always goes back to that 90 degrees. Greater than 90 degrees. So, think about what we know about an obtuse angle. How can we apply that to a triangle? Because we do have something that's called an obtuse triangle. So think about that for a second. What do you think an obtuse triangle is going to look like? Exactly right, you guys. It's going to have an angle. That is, it's going to have one obtuse angle in it, which means the angle is greater than 90 degrees. So here's my obtuse angle. So it's my obtuse triangle would be the name of it, an obtuse triangle. It has one obtuse angle. Has one obtuse angle. Now, do you see how easy it was to name those? Because you already knew a lot of the information. So, just to review, we have our obtuse triangle that has one obtuse angle. We have our acute triangle where it has all acute angles, so all the angles are less than 90 degrees. And then the one that is most people's favorite is our right triangle. And it's really easy because it has one right angle. All right, guys, you did a great job today. We're going to work on classifying triangles again in the next video. using some new words to us. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.